Every morning, life gives you a choice. You can stay where you are comfortable, half asleep, waiting for someday to arrive. Or you can rise, take a deep breath, and move one step closer toward the life you say you want. That choice may seem small. It happens in a quiet moment when your alarm rings and your bed feels warm and safe. But never underestimate small choices. Tiny decisions repeated every day create your future. Most people think success is built in big moments, major opportunities, lucky breaks, or life-changing events. But success rarely appears that way. More often, it is built in silence. It is built in the early hours, in discipline, in habits nobody sees. While the world is still asleep, a different opportunity exists. Early mornings carry a unique kind of power. There is less noise, fewer distractions, less pressure. The world slows down, and for a brief moment you have something many people struggle to find: space to think. No endless notifications, no constant interruptions, just time. And time, when used wisely, can change everything. Many people start their mornings in reaction mode. They wake up late, grab their phones immediately, scroll through messages, rush out of bed, and suddenly the day already feels stressful before it truly begins. They start behind. They start rushed. They start feeling controlled by time instead of controlling it. But imagine a different beginning. Imagine waking up before the demands of the world begin. Imagine sitting quietly for a moment, stretching, breathing deeply, drinking water, planning your day, thinking about who you want to become. Notice the difference. One morning creates chaos. The other creates clarity. The way you begin your day often decides how the rest of it unfolds. Because mornings create momentum, and momentum is powerful. Think about a train. At first it moves slowly, it takes effort. Resistance exists. But once it gains speed, movement becomes easier. Your life works the same way. A productive morning creates momentum that carries into your entire day. But here is the challenge. Comfort is persuasive. Comfort whispers softly, "Stay in bed. You deserve more sleep. Just 5 more minutes." The problem is that 5 minutes rarely stays 5 minutes. 5 becomes 10. 10 becomes 30. And before you know it, you've traded purpose for comfort. The truth is this: growth and comfort rarely live in the same place. Every successful person eventually learns this lesson. Not because they enjoy discomfort. Not because waking up early suddenly becomes easy. But because they understand something important. Discipline creates freedom. At first, that sounds backwards. Most people think discipline feels restrictive. Rules, schedules, structure. But discipline actually gives you control. Without discipline, emotions decide your future. And emotions change every day. Some mornings you feel motivated. Some mornings you don't. If you only act when motivation appears, your progress becomes unpredictable. But discipline changes everything. Discipline says, "I will act whether I feel like it or not." That mindset creates results. Because successful people understand something many others ignore. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And mornings are where habits are built. The first hour after waking up matters more than many people realize. Because the beginning creates the direction. Think of your mind like a garden. What you plant early begins to grow. If the first thing you consume is stress, negativity, distractions, and endless scrolling, those thoughts follow you. But if you begin with focus, gratitude, learning, or movement, those things grow too. Your mind absorbs what you feed it. So feed it intentionally. Move your body. Read something valuable. Reflect. Write. Learn. Think. Even 15 minutes can create change. Many people believe they need a perfect routine. They think they need an entire hour, a complicated schedule, a dramatic transformation. But real change doesn't happen that way. Small actions create lasting change. Start simple. Wake up 15 minutes earlier. Just 15. Use that time intentionally. Sit quietly. Think about your goals. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Take a walk. Stretch. Read a few pages from a book. Small habits repeated daily become powerful over time. Because consistency always beats intensity. Always. Another reason mornings matter is because of something rare that exists during those hours. Silence. Today, silence has become uncommon. We live in a world full of noise. Messages, videos, notifications, opinions, constant stimulation. Many people spend every free moment consuming something, but silence is where clarity lives. Silence gives your mind room to think, room to understand, room to breathe. Some of your best ideas will never appear while scrolling endlessly. They appear in stillness, during quiet walks, during reflection, during moments when your mind finally has space. That's why solitude matters, not loneliness. Solitude, there's a difference. Loneliness drains you. Solitude strengthens you. Because solitude allows you to reconnect with yourself, to ask important questions. Where am I going? Who am I becoming? What truly matters? Those questions become difficult to hear in a noisy world. But mornings create space for answers. And here is something else to remember. Winning the morning begins the night before. Many people want better mornings but keep unhealthy nights. They stay awake too late. Endless videos, endless scrolling, endless distractions. Then they expect to wake up energized. It doesn't work that way. Protect your sleep. Respect your sleep. Rest is not weakness. Rest is preparation. Your body and mind perform better when they recover properly. A strong morning starts with a strong evening. Prepare for tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. Sleep with intention. Wake with purpose. And understand this. You do not need to become a completely different person overnight. Too many people fail because they attempt impossible changes immediately. They go from waking at 8 a.m. to suddenly trying 4:30 a.m. They force extreme routines, then they burn out. Real progress happens gradually. One small improvement. Then another. Momentum builds. And eventually what once felt difficult becomes natural. At first, waking up early may feel uncomfortable. Your body resists. Your mind complains. Excuses appear. That is normal. Anything unfamiliar feels difficult in the beginning. But every time you rise anyway, you prove something to yourself. You prove that comfort does not control you. You prove that excuses do not define you. You prove that you are stronger than resistance. That confidence spreads into every area of life. Because discipline practiced in one area often improves another. You begin exercising consistently. You become more focused, more organized, more intentional. One habit creates another. That's the ripple effect. Small actions create bigger changes. One strong morning becomes one strong day. Strong days become strong weeks. Strong weeks become strong years. And strong years create extraordinary lives. Remember this, you do not need to be perfect. You simply need to begin tomorrow morning. When your alarm rings, pause for a moment, listen carefully, because two voices will speak. One voice will ask for comfort. The other will ask for growth. One will say, stay where you are. The other will say, get up, your future is waiting. Which voice becomes stronger depends on which one you obey repeatedly. Because every morning is practice. Practice becoming disciplined. Practice becoming focused. Practice becoming stronger. And one day you will realize something incredible. You no longer wake up early because you have to. You wake up early because you want to. Because you feel the difference. You feel the energy. You feel the control. You feel the confidence. You realize mornings are no longer a struggle. They become an advantage. Your future isn't built someday. It is built daily. It is built in choices nobody notices. Built in moments nobody applauds. Built when nobody is watching. And it all begins with one simple decision. Wake up, take control, and become the person you were meant to be.